Good evening. I'm Tamon Bradley.
And I'm Jackie Bang. WGN's Rob Sneed is live on the Northwest Side with that story. Rob.
The protest wrapped up about an hour and a half ago, and I wouldn't say it was necessarily a civil protest, considering that there was screaming and cursing on both sides of this. Now, depending on what side of the street you stand on here, if you were standing on the curb closest to where I'm standing here on Northwest Highway and Milwaukee Avenue, those were the supporters for Anthony Alvarez, a young man that was shot and killed by police back in March. On the opposite side of the street, pro-police supporters of the police, and the fact that they felt as though the police officers were severely underappreciated. They also supported the officer who shot and killed Alvarez. Now, the FOP president, he was also present, and he did not bite his tongue on how he felt about all of this.
They're out here with a narrative that police kill people. It's
Fraternal Order of Police President John Catanzara not holding back when asked about protesters across the street. And another message, they support Officer Evan Solano. March 31st, Solano shot and killed Anthony Alvarez in Portage Park. They believe the shooting was justified.
People need to understand that when you're doing bad things happen. You know, when you're carrying a gun illegally, when you're gangbanging, when you're selling drugs, when you're in that lifestyle, bad stuff happens.
He had the gun in his hands. It was either the police officer that was going to die or the gangbanger with the illegal gun.
Say his name!
Anthony Alvarez!
A completely different message.
Justice for Anthony Alvarez!
On the opposite side of the street for Alvarez's loved ones and supporters, they're upset and frustrated too. Their loved one was killed, and they're disgusted with the FOP and anyone defending Officer Solano.
They're backing up whole psycho, killer, murderer. They're irrelevant to me.
We planned a rally to demand that killer cop Evan Solano be charged with murder for the murder of Anthony Alvarez.
Roxana Figueroa says seeing the shooting death of her cousin Alvarez was hard. But what makes matters worse is knowing Officer Solano is now also under investigation following a road rage incident in the 2900 block of West Logan Boulevard May 21st last week. In cell phone video, Solano was seen with a gun in his hand while the other man is heard telling him there are children in the car.
We're not even doing anything to expose him. He's exposing the type of person he is himself, you know, and it's ridiculous to me how he's still free, how they still let him hold a gun.
This man is clearly a public threat. He's a menace to society. So the longer he's out there, the more riskier, the higher the risk that someone else could potentially be murdered by this man.
And this afternoon, only one man was brought into custody. Reporting live on the Northwest Side, Rob Sneed, WGN News.